Hey, Socrates Foot here. This is a tutorial that I'm setting up for making your own Minecraft server on Ubuntu 64-bit. There's a lot of reasons to do this. 64-bit allows you to allocate more memory to the server. It also tends to run a little faster provided that you have over 4 gig of memory. Download and burn the Ubuntu 64 Live desktop ISO to a CD or make a live USB installer. Since it's difficult to get the files directly from Oracle, you'll also have to register with Oracle and get the latest Java software. You should have the previous version as well, just in case. I tend to grab 7 and 8. Store these on a thumb drive or burn them to a CD. You'll need them later.
Also, when you're downloading, make sure that you get the tar.gz files or the gz file and not the RPM. RPM are used for installing the Red Hat distributions. We're using Ubuntu.
Finally, I really suggest you find some way to get your server onto the local area network and give it an active internet connection. This is because Ubuntu is going to run a lot of updates, may take you to a newer version, and it also makes it easier to get files that you need at a moment's notice. From this point, there's nothing special about the install. Insert the CD, boot to it, and install Ubuntu with the standard settings. Then do any suggested updates and restart the machine. I suggest that you don't require a login. You also want to right-click and disable the screensaver password so that it doesn't continually go to a black screen. These updates are going to take a while, and you don't want to have to keep logging in over and over again or have the machine go into a suspend mode.
Before we can install Oracle's version of Java, we'll have to remove from Ubuntu all of the OpenJDK. We do this with the command sudo apt-get purge openjdk --. This will remove everything with the name OpenJDK from the system completely so that nothing interferes with the new install. Next, we're going to copy the Java installation files that we took from Oracle to a folder that we're going to create called user local Java. Finally, we go to the file that we created, we extract those files, and then we're going to open up gedit as admin or root to edit the profile to include these files so that Ubuntu knows how to use them. Just a couple things going to the end of this file, make sure that everything that is currently in the profile file is left. At the end, go ahead and put in a comment designating the information you're putting in as the Java profile settings for 64-bit. This isn't necessary, but it'll indicate that that's what this section of the script does and allow you to find it more easily later. Now you're going to designate the Java home path, which is user local Java, and then JDK, and then the number of the version that you created. You can see this if you go back to the command line and type ls-l, which will list all of the files. For the version that we used in this example, it would be 1.8.0_05. Now we designate the path for that, which is in the Java home path that we set up, and then in the binary folder. We then do the same thing for the Java runtime environment, and we add that to the path as well. Then we export all of these. Finally, now that we've gotten all of the files in place and we've designated in the correct configuration file what we need to do, all that is remaining is to activate these and set up the Java version that you installed for the system. There's 3 of these that we will need to set up: Java, the Java compiler, and the Java web start. They're listed here. The Java web start should pull from the Java runtime environment. The Java development kit will be used for the other 2. Finally, you can test immediately to make sure whether Java was set up by doing the java-version. It should come up as running Oracle's version of Java 8 in a mixed environment. And this concludes the first part of the setup. You now have an Ubuntu server, 64-bit, running the 64-bit version of Java and ready to receive Bukkit and the other files necessary, including your plugins, to run your own Minecraft server.